Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Jay Larone. Please, if you don't mind, hit the like button, share, and subscribe. And what I want to talk to you guys about today is it's like another shooting happening in Texas, right? So we got this report came out. I want to say it's either Monday or Sunday. I think it's happened Sunday night. Yeah, it happened Sunday night. 3-year-old toddler found a gun in her parents' bedroom. And you know how 3-year-old found a gun and accidentally shot her 4-year-old sister. Yeah, so it's a tragic event that happened in Harris County, which is right outside of Houston or right in Houston, somewhere in that area. But let's go ahead and take a look at the video, y'all.
Begin tonight with breaking news out of Northwest Harris County. The sheriff's office says a 4-year-old child was shot and killed by her sister in a tragic accident.
This happened at a home off Bammel North Houston Road. ABC 13's Courtney Carpenter is there live for us tonight with new details on how this tragedy happened. Courtney?
Hey, Erica, Tom, this is an unbelievably sad situation out here. This is all happening at the Saddlewood Apartments off Bammel North Houston near 249. You can see still plenty of law enforcement out here this evening. We're told this happened around.
Sorry about that. I thought I was sharing, but let me go back some and start it over. But yeah, like I said, this is right outside of Houston.
News out of Northwest Harris County. The sheriff's office says a 4-year-old child was shot and killed by her sister in a tragic accident.
This happened at a home off Bammel North Houston Road. ABC 13's Courtney Carpenter is there live for us tonight with new details on how this tragedy happened. Courtney?
Hey, Erica, Tom, this is an unbelievably sad situation out here. This is all happening at the Saddlewood Apartments off Bammel North Houston near 249. You can see still plenty of law enforcement out here this evening. We're told this happened around 7:30. Not long ago, we got an update from Sheriff Ed Gonzalez, and that's when we learned a 3-year-old and 4-year-old involved in this shooting were sisters. What investigators believe happened at this point is that the kids were in the apartment with 5 adults, including their mother and stepfather, and it seems everyone thought someone else was watching the kids. But it turns out the kids ended up in the bedroom of the apartment. The sheriff said.
Okay, I'm going to stop it right there, and I want to point out something what she said. Now, they were in the apartment with 5 adults, with the stepdad and the mother, right? You in an apartment with 5 adults. How is it nobody knew? How did y'all? How did each adult think that somebody else was watching the kids? What I don't understand. Ain't that what she said? She said they were in the room. They were in the apartment with 5 adults, and each one thought that somebody else was watching the kids. Hold on.
Ended up in the bedroom of the apartment. Else was watching the kids, but it turns out the kids ended up.
Okay, hold on.
And stepfather, and it seems everyone thought someone else was watching the kids, but it turns out the kids ended up in the.
How big is the apartment? We have 5 adults in the apartment, and each one thought that somebody else was watching the kids. You have 5 adults in one. How big is that apartment to where each adult thought somebody else was watching the kids? Really? Now, I mean, it's tragic that this happened because kids should not be around firearms. Your firearms should be in a place to where they cannot find them. You know, that's why they have lock boxes, and they shouldn't be on the ground, low, where the kids can get to them. You know what I mean? So a 4-year-old would have that gun had to be in plain sight, or down low somewhere where the actually the 3-year-old could find the gun. You know what I'm saying? So even if it was up in the closet, even if a 3-year-old could move something, I mean, still the 3-year-old ain't gonna be able to reach, what I'm saying, up high to get a gun. So why was the gun in a place to where the 3-year-old could get it anyway? That doesn't make any sense. But yeah, let's keep going.
The bedroom of the apartment. The sheriff says the 3-year-old got a hold of a loaded semi-automatic pistol and unintentionally shot the 4-year-old. That 4-year-old little girl sadly died here at the scene.
It just seems like another tragic story of, again, a child gaining access to a firearm and hurting someone else, and this time it was a fatal shot, appears to be to her sibling.
I did ask Sheriff Gonzalez about any potential charges. He says he's not sure yet. They're still working to make sure they have the facts, exactly the whole story of what happened. He said everyone out here, understandably, is very shaken up. The parents, the deputies, they are going to be calling out more support personnel out here. And he was also just urging folks, just as a reminder, as we head into spring break week, a lot more kids home than usual, just urging folks to have their guns up, make sure they're away where kids can't get to them. Reporting live in Northwest Harris.
We are following a developing
Take a
story
look
out
at
of
another
Northwest
one.
Harris County. This morning, a toddler is dead after being shot and killed by another toddler, according to the Harris County Sheriff.
It appears that one parent thought the other parent was maybe watching the other children, when in fact the two toddlers were left basically unsupervised inside the bedroom.
Our Zach Lajway now joins us live from the newsroom with the latest on this very tragic story.
Oh, shit. Yeah, sorry about that, you guys. Hold on a second.
Accidentally shot her 4-year-old sister. Family member.
Yeah, sorry about that. I accidentally stopped sharing, but yeah, it's basically the same thing from the other one. I think they're reporting the same thing. I thought it was going to be a little bit more, but it's the same. You know, the kids were in the room, and the parents thought that somebody else was watching them. Hold on.
Heartbreaking. The sheriff calling it unnecessary. The shooting is under investigation and charges are likely, according to the sheriff. Deputies responded to Saddlewood Apartments on Bammel North Houston Road just after 7:30 Sunday night to reports of a shooting. According to the sheriff, two toddlers, sisters, were left unsupervised inside a bedroom when the 3-year-old gained access to a loaded semi-automatic pistol and accidentally shot her 4-year-old sister. Family members say they heard a single gunshot come from the bedroom. They ran into the room and found the 4-year-old girl unresponsive on the floor. The sheriff says at this point, the gun was secured and 911 was called. The 4-year-old was pronounced dead at the scene.
It just seems like another tragic story of, again, a child gaining access to a firearm and hurting someone else, and this time it was a fatal shot.
Neighbors and parents who live in the apartment complex say they are shook.
It broke everybody's heart in this apartment because it's a lot of kids go to the school behind this building, and it's too sad. It's supposed to be at the spring break, but everybody don't go to school, being home, or it's too sad for they start the spring break like that for all the kids.
This month, Houston organizations and agencies gave away 1,000 gun safes as part of a safety campaign led by Houston Police Department, the Sheriff's Office, and the District Attorney's Office. This morning, the sheriff is reminding all gun owners to be responsible and to secure your firearms in a safe place. So far this year, there have been nearly 60 unintentional shootings by children in the U.S., this one being the most recent, according to information from Everytown for Gun Safety Support Fund. Andy?
It certainly is beyond heartbreaking. Zach, thank you.
And we do begin tonight with breaking news out of Northwest Harris County. The
Okay, y'all. Yeah, but yeah, just wanted to bring that to y'all attention, man. I know, like the last one, I think it was a week ago or 2 weeks ago, we saw the one where the lady in Italy, Texas, stabbed her kids, and I think she deleted 3 of them. 2 of them were injured. I think they're doing okay, but y'all with these guns, I mean, I understand if you have them, fine, but you do need to keep them in a safe place. You do need to keep them, expect, like I said, if you need a lockbox for sure, but the thing that irritates me is you have all these people in one apartment and nobody knew who was looking after after these young kids, you know? So to me, that's a form of neglect. You know, I mean, it's a shame that that happened. It shouldn't have happened, but you still got to look at what was said. You know what I mean? You got to think about what was being said. 5 people in one apartment. Each person thought that somebody else was watching the kids. What was going on in that apartment to where nobody knew who was watching the kids? You know what I mean? And then the fact that you have a gun where a 3-year-old can easily get access to it, that shouldn't be happening either. You know, so that gun had to be low enough for where that child, where that 3-year-old could get to it. It was not in a high place. It was not locked. Of course, it wasn't in a lockbox. We know that. And the fact that it was down ground level for the 3-year-old to get to it. That's the problem. That's a problem. That's really a problem right there. And nobody was watching the kids is basically what was being conveyed. That's what they were saying. Nobody was watching. 5 people in an apartment. Nobody's watching the kids. Y'all, we gotta do better. We gotta do better than that, man. That doesn't make any sense to me. But you know, y'all, let me know what y'all think about that, man. That's a sad state of events. But you know, tell me what you think. Like I said, you got 5 people in one apartment, nobody's watching the kids. That doesn't make any sense. That's straight neglect. I don't know what was going on. I don't want to speculate on what was going on. But the fact of the matter is you got 5 people, nobody's watching the kids. Each person thought that somebody else was watching. It was like pointing the finger. Oh, I thought you was watching. Oh, I thought you was watching. I thought, how big is the apartment to where nobody knew where these kids were at, that nobody was watching them? That's crazy. But yeah, you guys drop some comments down below. Let me know what you think. And as I always say, please be good to yourself. And you guys, let's all be good to each other. All right. Peace out.